All right, so hi everyone. I just want to very briefly talk about the concept of users. Veronica has told you a bit about that already in the last minutes. And well, as Organicity is a service where very many people take part and interact and do so over the internet, we kind of have to on the one hand, well, identify people, of course, because well, they might need to or might or should receive rewards for what they do, or they want to control certain bits of the platform. On the other hand, of course, we need to think a bit about permissions on what you can do on the platform, because well, of course, if someone creates a brand new and fancy and blinging experiment, we wouldn't want to have the very next person well delete that experiment. That would be not that great. So I want to really quick talk to you about what users are on Organicity. Okay, and I start with the scenario tool, for example, over here. And most of Organicity services we do have they have a sort of a login button. Well, for the scenario tools is up here. And if I push that button, I'll get redirected to the sort of central Organicity login. And what I think most users will pass through here at one time in their Organicity interaction. And of course, when you arrive here for the first time, you have to sort of register with Organicity. So you can do so by pushing the register button, of course, and you enter all your usual data of your username, your email address, and your password, and so on. But what I want to do right now, to keep this a bit simple, is to use our social logins. So if you already have a Facebook account or a Google account or something, you can just sign in here. And what I want to do is use my Google account, hoping that I still have my password around. Let's see, I might even be logged in already. Ah, okay, that's great. Okay, what happened here? As you can see, I'm already logged in. I can log out back again. As I was already logged into my Google account, it noticed that while I'm me, signed me in and redirected my so to say account data back to Organicity. As I wasn't known at the Organicity side, well, Organicity created a new account for me as the Google user I am, signed me in and redirected me back to the scenario side. So from a user side of view, this was pretty simple, I hope. So I just logged in. I said, well, I'm already known to Google, and bam, here I am back at the scenario side. Okay, what I would be able to do if I would want to know more about what just happened, I could go to the Organicity accounts, which is accounts.organicity.eu, and there's a bit where I can manage my own account over here. And that would hopefully redirect me to a, so to say, account self-service site. Somewhat soonish, hopefully. Here we are. Okay, where again, I'm already logged in. I just did log in. So this is my account where I registered with my Google account, which has a Gmail address by itself. My name already has been entered, thankfully. And what I could do here, if I would register, well, independent of if I do register through a social account or just with a user and password, I could check all my other account data. I could change my password. I don't have one yet, as I just logged in through Google, but I could set one and just log in with my username and the password. I could, if I do like so, have this what we call two-factor authentication, which is an, so to say, optional security feature to be really sure that your account isn't stolen. I could check my federated identities. So, well, I just said I'd log in through Google, so my Google account is already linked. If I wanted to, I could as well link my Facebook account, so I can link. I can log in through Facebook as well, which is of course optional. Well, I can see that I'm logged in. That's great. And the last page, I have a sort of overview of what I can do in the Organicity facility. So this is a link of a list of all the various tools that we have available that I currently do have access to, and the list of things that I can do there, so to say. For now, this list is somewhat short, as my account is really brand new, and I'm just a regular Organicity user who has no special permissions to do things, so to say. And the only thing that is available to me right from the start is, from the one hand, of course, this account tool right here in the middle, where I can manage my account. That's great. And a couple of tools have this so-called offline activity, which is which basically means if I do something, or if I log into the tool and start a process, that tool might continue running in my name over the next bit of time, even if I don't actively engage it. So if I'm offline, the tool still may be able to do something for me. Okay. All right. So I created this account and I logged in at the scenario side over here. However, of course, we have quite a couple of other tools that we can use. Let's check, for example, the smartphone experimentation tool, where if I arrive, okay, there's a bit of information, and we'll dig into that in a bit. However, what I want to point out, there's a login button here, of course, as well. And if I push that button, well, what you can see here, I didn't even get to a login page at all, because I'm already logged in the Organicity page. So we have this kind of single sign-on mechanism for all of Organicity. You can see here it even points out my name, which is my email address for now. I can log out again. And I do have a sort of error list that I am not an experimenter yet. Okay, so that's something that you might want to get over the next time. And what you can do is use this link here to contact the mailing list to request the upgrade of your account. Or if you're in your account over here, there's a link to the technical help desk, which you can use as well to request an update of your account or an upgrade. Okay, and before I dig into that, let me talk a little bit about the various kinds of users that we have here, and I hope I have an image around. This one, okay, great. So just real quick, in a very simple overview, we have a bit of different, so to say, roles in Organicity. So when someone just freshly registers to the platform, he's a user, just as I am right now. So I'm just a basic user that is allowed to do a bit of things and browse here and there. And the next bit of additional functionality that I can get is the role of participant. So whenever I find an experiment that I say that's cool and I want to take part in that, I can, well, enter myself into the experiment, or if I have a participatory link for that, I can just join in there. Or if I'm invited by an experimenter, I can join. And I get a bit more of things I can do with Organicity. So for example, I can post data into the central data houses for this specific experiment. Or the next level of elevation is the experimenters, which are, again, capable of a bit more of things. They can, of course, start new experiments, control these, and so on and so on. And the top level that is probably not that much of interest to you is, of course, the Organicity administrators, which are basically us as we take care of the platform and keep it running, so to say. Okay, and the important bit that's to note here is that you will very likely want to switch from the role of a basic user to the role of an experimenter. And that's something that currently needs our involvement. So if you want to become an experimenter in a technical sense, you of course have to say hi to us. So I can use either the link here or the Slack or wherever I feel comfortable to contact us. And I need you to request us to upgrade our account. I'll just check if I can do that real quick for the account I just created. That's something I do on my other desktop, so you can't see that, of course. I'll add the role. So I just did that, and I'll refresh my page of applications that I can use, and you see there's quite a bit more around here now. I have experimenter access to quite a bit of tools right now. I can create assets of sorts and all the various things that are available to experimenters. So for example, if I were to check with the smartphone application side and I would log in here again, I hope that I would be able to do more. Yes, I'm logged in now, and I could check, for example, applications that are developed. We'll dig into that in a bit. Okay, haven't created any yet. All right, and I think that basically so far covers what I wanted to talk about for now. So we have the concept of users, of course. Everybody is registered at Organicity, and everybody might have different level of access to things. And well, if you don't have the access you think you should have, just get in contact with us, and we can sort that out.